I'm from Workers Credit Union, and we sponsor the program, and we're partners with the Sentinel and Enterprise, and they deliver the papers to you every Monday and Tuesday, I believe. Comes right into the classroom, and Mrs. Yoder supports the program by engaging you with the program. What's the story that's going on now? Yeah, and what's my name again? Fred? Is this story about me? Yeah. You never know what I might bring. And Sherry, come on in and talk about what the program does from the Sentinel and Enterprises standpoint.
Okay. Well, my name is Sherry Tamlin. I am the newspaper and education coordinator at the Sentinel and Enterprise. And so I actually get to shop around a bit and pick out the stories that you get to read in the newspaper. So I just want to know that a vampire named Fred, was that a good choice?
Yes.
Yes?
Is Fred a good name for a vampire?
Yes.
How do you know?
I think Count Dracula.
Count Dracula. Well, is Fred a good vampire or a bad vampire? Good vampire.
I thought you were talking about the name.
So, yeah. Well, this Fred's a good guy, too. So, yeah, very good, because, as we said, Workers Credit Union supports the newspaper and education program, which helps us to provide them to not only your classroom, but hundreds of classrooms throughout the area. So, there are people in Gardner and Ayer and Lunenburg and Fitchburg that are reading the same story that you are, and that's thanks to Workers Credit Union. So thank you, thank you very much.
Welcome. I'll tell you why it's so important to the credit union. We think literacy and reading are some of the strongest talents, the strongest tools that you can gather as youngsters. Because before you know it, you're going to be oldsters. And it's reading skill that you're going to need to be a good oldster. You're going to learn right now. And Mrs. Yoder is taking the reading part of education out of the classroom, sending you home with a newspaper with stories like a vampire named Fred and others that are just going to reinforce the need to read. And to encourage you to read in the classroom and out of the classroom. I saw a poster as we were coming up the stairs to your classroom this morning, and it said, "Readers become leaders." So you guys want to become a leader?
Yes.
Then you get it, don't you? It starts right here, and I can't encourage you enough to be a good reader. So get engaged. Get your parents engaged too with the paper too. I understand that sometimes you're going to be working on a vampire story now every Tuesday, right? You got another chapter coming in next Tuesday?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody get the story figured out yet?
Yeah.
No, not yet. Right?
Gotta read the whole thing.
Gotta read the whole.
I got it.
Oh,
You got it?
you could have written this story yourself? Yeah.
Well.
I don't understand. I understand what's going on.
Yeah. Well, what I tell you what, I like to read the stories myself, but after I flip the page over, I see a picture of the Boston Red Sox. I have to read that story. I see a story about the New England Patriots. I have to read that story. Boston College is in there somewhere. The Boston Celtics, and the finance page, and all those things. So there's a lot of other good things in the newspaper that's worthy of your time and energy. So can't encourage them enough to read.
Right. Why is reading important? What?
It can help you with your literacy.
With literacy, okay. So, yes,
Helps you learn.
helps you learn. Where do you think you would, if you leave school, where might you apply reading skills? Where? At the library?
Good.
So,
In the newspaper.
in the newspaper. What about, let's say that you went to the movies. Do you ever have to read when you're at the movies? Yeah, but sometimes they say little things. You might see a sign, you might have the name of the movie, some credits. Sometimes the characters don't speak at all, and they have the words on the screen. And if you can't read, will you understand the movie? No. What about shopping? Do you think that when you go shopping, you need to have reading skills?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You need what type of you're getting.
You need to read what you're getting? Yeah. Do you read when you're shopping? Do you help your folks? Yeah. So you need reading skills outside of school, don't you? But reading here is going to help you have stronger reading skills. So who's the fastest reader in this class? You are?
Yeah.
And I've had winners in here.
Yes, you
That's
have.
right.
Success brings success.
Anybody need a new bike?
I do.
Oh,
I need a new
Oh, a new scooter. Okay.
Well-
You need scooters and bikes.
I'm a scooter person.
You're a scooter person?
Farnsworth, right? That's Alyssa
Well,
Farnsworth? Alyssa Farnsworth?
Melissa Farnsworth.
Melissa.
Yeah?
You're good.
That is really
Very
good.
So this is
Don't have
Mr.
anything
White.
I was in her class last year.
Oh, were you?
You were?
Transferred.
One last question we had when we did this at another class at another time. We asked, now, who has any questions about the newspaper or the credit union? And one little fella raised his hand and he said, Mr. Healy, do you have to wear that suit every day? And I said, yeah, because I read really well in school. And I became very good so that I could get a job where I have to do a lot of reading. So I'm going to encourage you guys to read, because readers become leaders. Okay?
A lot in the summer.
Yeah, as a matter of fact.
I think he has air conditioning in his office.
So Mrs. Yoder, thank you very, very much for
Thank you.
having us.
Thank
Good luck with the program, good luck with the pizza party.
All right.
And kids, thanks for doing a great job and sticking with it. And the vampire named Fred is a good story, so stick with it. Okay.
Thank you so much for letting us come in here, and interrupting your work,
Oh, don't like that.
You didn't mind, did you? No.
I know. We did it. Don't worry.
Oh, thank you.
All right, see you again soon. All right.